Hi Aries, welcome to your August 2020 tarot reading. This reading is for the zodiac sign of Aries, sun, moon, and rising sign. If this message doesn't resonate with you, don't try and force it. Check your moon and or rising sign video instead. So let's just go ahead and get started. The first card is the Queen of Wands. And I feel really strongly this is you, Aries. This is a fire sign individual or a fiery energy, fiery person. It's a feminine energy, but don't get caught up on the gender. This could be a male being in a more fiery feminine energy. We all have masculine and feminine energy. I feel like this is probably you, and I feel like you're really feeling fired up and excited about something in August, Aries. It could be different things for each of you. Excuse me. It could be a relationship. It could be a project, a job. It's like you got the energy and juice to do something you want to do. And maybe you've been wanting to do it for a while, but you just couldn't quite get yourself going on it for some reason. And now all of a sudden you find yourself with this drive and passion to carry it out and see it to the end. You feel really clearly that that you want to do this, you can do this now, and nothing's going to stop you. Yeah, you feel really confident. Maybe before it was a confidence issue, like you weren't sure if you could do it or how it would play out exactly, but it feels like you've let go of all of that and you're just like, I'm going to do it. Yeah, for some of you, it could be like an exercise program or a diet or something like that. Yeah. I also get with this card that if you were previously undecided on something, like you just couldn't decide on something and you were delaying making a decision, that you feel very decisive now. Like you feel like moving forward and just going ahead and doing it. You know that you need to make a decision and that it can't be delayed anymore. That's what it feels like. I also get with this Queen of Wands an impatient energy. Maybe now all of a sudden you want to do this thing that you've been delaying for a long time and you're really impatient about it, which is kind of funny, Aries, because if you've been delaying it all these months, maybe this whole year of 2020 so far, and now it's like now you're ready and you're like you want everyone else to line up and be ready too. So just calm down a little bit, Aries, is what the advice is. And you've been delaying this whole time and you kind of need to wait for things to play out. But I feel like you guys are really impatient now. It's almost like, okay, I have the drive for it now. I want to do it now before I lose this nerve and passion to do it. That's what it feels like. And it feels like you're going to be really impatient with people around you who you think are undecided. Like you're going to want to push them to get on board with you and do this thing, whatever it is. Yeah, and I also feel with the Queen of Wands is that you guys are just glowing. People are feeling really drawn to you and you like the attention. You're definitely enjoying it. So the next card you have is the Lovers. So a lot of people think this card is all about romantic relationship and love and marriage. And yes, it most definitely can mean that, but it's also about choices. For me, it's mostly about choices, making a choice, a big choice in your life that has to do with, are you going to do the thing you love or not? Are you going to follow your heart or not? This isn't just a little choice that we make, like it's not a big deal. This is about big choices that lead to long-term impacts and consequences throughout your life. So, yeah, I feel like you are needing to make a choice. And you're being asked, are you going to make the choice in line with your authentic heart? It could be with the romantic relationship, two people coming together. There might be a decision before you on what happens next. And you're being asked, are you going to decide based on how you feel and what you really love? The Lovers is also about communication. So you could be in communication with a person or several people about this decision that you need to make. And like I already said, this is going to have a long-term impact on the rest of your life. It's major. It's not to be taken lightly. So if it's not about a person you're in relationship with, it could be about a house. It could be about a house you live in, a city or state you live in. It could be about accepting a job or not. It has to do with doing something you really love or not. It could be that the decision is, if you say yes to it, it means you are doing what your heart wants. Or it could be if you say no to it, that means that you're doing what your heart wants. You'll know what it is for you, Aries, whatever this situation is. So the next card you have is the Four of Pentacles. I'm sorry if this might be a little confusing to some of you guys, but I feel like this card means a couple things for you guys. I feel with regard to romantic relationship in particular, for those of you who are in relationship, I feel like this card is saying that you're starting to let go of control somewhat. You're kind of loosening your grip on something. Maybe you were really attached to a person and you're kind of letting go a little bit. Or maybe you were really distant from someone, not letting them in all the way, and you've kind of loosened that up a little bit and are just, opening your shoulders and exposing your heart more to them. Like you're not so scrunched over like the figure in this Four of Pentacles. I feel like that's what this card is saying for the romantic relationship side of it. There's another part that I'm picking up on that has to do with your finances and money, which is an opposite meaning for me. It feels like you might be clinging too tightly to material goods or earthly power, and this is hindering your ability to appreciate the value of human relationships. It's kind of like there's a little bit too much of an overemphasis on your money that is not in a good way. And I'm not saying that people shouldn't worry about their money. That, please don't misunderstand. It's in this reading, that is what it's saying, is that there's a little bit of an overemphasis on it at the expense of other areas in your life. And this might be happening because you have a fear of loss. It might be because of what's going on in the world with the virus and the economic breakdown. And it kind of pushes you into this energy of being hyper aware and excessive about materialism. And this could be hindering you from making important changes or choices that are long overdue. It could be referring back to that Lover's card energy about making that choice. This overemphasis on your money or your material position, it's kind of distracting you from something else that really needs to get decided, that's more important in a way, because it's been delayed for a long time. Yeah. I also see with this Four of Pentacles, there's a warning that any plans to increase your wealth could run into obstacles or delay. It's not saying that it's not going to work out. That's definitely not the energy here. It would be a different card if that was the case. It's saying that there's going to be delays or obstacles, which I think are related to this Moon card down here, which we'll get to at the end. So just file that away for now. So the next card you have is the Three of Pentacles. And I see this as you working really hard in August, Aries. I feel like this is related to the Queen of Wands energy right above it. Because you have this passion and drive to do this thing that you've been needing to do for a long time or have been wanting to do for a long time. You're putting in the work. So this is actually really good for you guys, because maybe if this card wasn't here or a similar card, it could just be, oh, you have this Queen of Wands energy and passion, but it doesn't really go anywhere. But this Three of Pentacles is telling me that it will go somewhere, that this isn't you just saying things. You're actually doing the actions and the work. Yeah, you're just feeling motivated to work hard, maybe master a craft. And this card also has to do with maturity. It's like you've achieved a mature outlook related to your work in some way. I don't know exactly what that could be. It could be that maybe in the past you were about cutting corners in your work, and now you've seen that, that's not going to work anymore. That's not going to work this time. I need to do the work and do it the right way, however long it takes. If you look at the person in this card, they're very focused and working, it looks like they're working on something that requires a lot of fine detail. So that's what you're going to be doing in the month of August. You're going to be seeing that I need to take the time to really figure this out, whether it's reading up on something ahead of time instead of just jumping in and doing the work. Like you're really seeing how I need to do it right this time. I'm not going to just do it sloppy. I'm going to do it right. Yeah, you're really motivated to work hard and do the work properly, regardless of how long that takes. And also the Three of Pentacles is often about working in community or in cooperation with others. So there might be something coming up where you're doing work with other people related to whatever this work or project is. Maybe a bunch of people and yourself come together to do this. And you might be the one in the group who speaks up and says, hey, we need to do this the right way, or we need to go study up on some laws or local laws or how this works exactly before we just go jump in and do it. And you're the voice of reason in the group, and everyone's like, oh, okay. And like they might be a little surprised to hear that from you because you're not maybe always like that, but you're seeing how it needs to be done properly, and you're really vocalizing that and sticking to that. So the next card you have is the Five of Cups, which, yeah, this is not a great card to get. Most of the time it represents some kind of sadness, sorrow, loss, and it's directly below the Lover's card. So it could be in connection to a romantic relationship or this big choice we talked about. Maybe this choice gets delayed in some way, or maybe the wrong choice is made, or maybe the right choice is made, but it means some kind of pain or loss, some kind of sacrifice to do that. You know, you could do what you love, what you feel in your heart, but it might bring some pain or discomfort or sacrifice to yourself and other people around you. So it could be that, but it's going to be different for each of you guys, obviously. So yeah, Five of Cups, like I said, usually means loss, some kind of sorrow. It could be remorse. It could be a separation, which if it's related to a romantic relationship, that could be what it is. It could be feeling empty. Yeah, I think it's some kind of loss that you guys experience. And you're being asked to adopt a different perspective to see the good and the hope that remains. I know that sounds really cliche, but that is often the message with this card, because if you look at this Five of Cups, there's always two cups still standing. But this person, this cloaked person, is just gazing down at the three cups that have spilled over. They're not focused on the two cups that remain standing. So the two cups that remain upright indicate that there is a potential for something to get saved. So there might have been a loss. Something could be saved or retrieved or reworked in some way so that it turns into something new that's better. It could be a new alliance that comes from this. So it can be transformed into something new so that it's not completely lost. And that's why there's two cups still standing in the Five of Cups card. It's just something's going to be changed or different as you deal with this loss, but it's not a complete and total loss. It's not complete hopelessness. Yeah, so you're being asked to be strong and courageous to deal with this difficulty, and that's what's going to get you through it. So the last card you have is the Moon card. I'm just going to go over a couple different meanings of the Moon card before I jump into what I feel like it means in this context, because the Moon card is very complex and it can mean several different things. It can mean something unknown or hidden, something that's hidden from you. It could be a secret, someone lying to you, someone trying to trick you. It could be psychological. It could be dark night of the soul energy where there's something. I think you guys, Aries, had the Moon card in your reading for July. I just remember that. I don't remember. That might not have been the case, but I feel like there was a similar thing that came up with you guys. But anyways, it could be deep unconscious psychological material that is not known to you yet, but it will be known to you soon. And it's relevant to the issues at hand that you're dealing with in the month of August. The moon could also mean psychic abilities or dreams. Someone could be having weird dreams or gut inclinations. It could be stuff like that. some kind of unconscious material. Yeah. So those are the different potential meanings. What I think, and it could be one of those for you guys, but what I feel like it is in this reading is that something's not right in that financial pursuit that we talked about earlier. That was in the Four of Pentacles energy, and this moon card is directly below that, so it certainly could be related or in relation to the relationship. Maybe someone in relationship is hiding something from you. That could be the case for some of you guys, but I feel really strongly it's for most of you guys, it's related to this financial, work-related, money-related pursuit. So with this moon card, people around you, they could be acting weird or shady. They could be keeping something from you with regard to this money issue or deal. This card is often a warning. It's something that's elusive or unclear to you. It's confusing. It's also warning you that the energies in this issue are fluctuating or unsteady at this time. So if it is related to finance, you're being asked to wait because things are fluctuating right now. They're not steady. So you're being asked to wait for the light of day to come on this issue so that you can make the decision seeing the whole picture and the whole truth that is not currently available to you right now. That's the point. So the advice here is to wait to make a big decision about this. Wait until you're able to turn on the lights. You're not able to at this moment. Because it's coming up for your August reading, maybe throughout the whole month of August, you will not have the information you need to make an informed decision. So you're being asked to wait is what's going on here. Yeah. So I pulled an additional card just as like the overall underlying energy for the reading. And this is from a deck that's only the major cards and the 4 aces. And you guys got Justice. So yeah, something needs to be corrected or balanced in a situation. For you guys in this reading, it could be related to that romantic connection or the financial situation. It could be both or one or the other. So take it as it fits for you. The Justice card is often referring to the lawfulness of the universe. It could be related to karma, but it strongly indicates that you are going to make a decision or action that impacts this. So this is how I see the difference between the Justice card. I often foil it against the Wheel of Fortune card because the Wheel of Fortune card, which is a major card as well, for me, it's all about chance and luck and fate. Something's going to happen, something's going to change, and there's really not much you can do about it. That's how I read the Wheel of Fortune. With the Justice card, I read it the complete opposite. I read that something needs to happen and is happening, and your decisive action in the 3D is going to have an impact on how this plays out. And it's almost like a test for you in this lifetime, whatever it is. So like I said, something needs to be balanced out. It could be relationship, it could be financial, it could be both. And it's also saying that your current situation, whatever it is, it hinges on a need for this balance or justice or this fair treatment to come about. It could be a legal matter. Some of you guys could be in court over something. That's for some of you. It won't be for all of you. But you're being asked to be honest and judicious in whatever this issue is. Like I said, the way you handle it will dictate the outcome. It's a test to see what you will do. So being able to balance. If you look at this bird, he's able to stand on this sword and he's balanced and the sword isn't harming him. He remains uncut by that sword. So you're being asked to be balanced. Use your sword. Your sword is your words and your intellect. And use them but remain uncut by them. Use them wisely in a way that will bring about balance and justice in this situation. Yeah. It's an opportunity to balance your moral compass, and you're being asked to judge rationally and to use your objective reason. That's the big energy of this card. So that's what I have for you, Aries. I hope this was helpful for you. If it resonated, please let me know in the comments below. That's really helpful for me. And if you enjoyed watching this video, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. That would be very helpful for me as well. Thanks, Aries. I'll see you later in the month for the next reading. Bye.